we'll just let everybody watch it.
Yeah, you guys watch it. We'll give you some overview thoughts.
Yeah, we'll
on
just
it.
talk about it as we go through it too. Let us know again if you have any comments or questions. Let us know. We want to hear from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this right here took me a year to figure out how to do.
Yeah, that ship
in the
is.
outer rim of the galaxy.
We got a little bit better.
An heir to Mandalorian
That was
title
that
is being hunted by a Sith.
3D
In
rendering.
a desperate move
Yeah,
to
we
preserve
worked-
the
you worked
lineage,
really hard on that.
I mean, it's
injured
pretty
protector
good.
transmits
That
a
ship
distress
is actually a
signal to two
Clone Wars
familiar
era
Jedi.
ship.
Yeah.
Will
That's
they
actually a
make it
picture with a
in
plane
time?
flying through it. That's
think
just a
it's
still.
Yeah.
The RC 170.
Yeah.
Arc 170.
Arc
Yep.
170. And that language in the
Preservation.
beginning is that text is actually Arabesh, which is
Arabesh.
Star Wars language.
So here's our good friend Tim. We'll have to have him come in and we had
Yeah,
Tom
we
and
want to
Tim.
have him on one time.
Tim
Tim,
Tom.
if you want to come on, let us know, man. We
Yeah,
want to
we
have you
definitely
on.
got to get you on and talk about
Huge
this.
Star Wars fan.
Also, I want to point out the fact that like when you watch the other two compared to this one, the film quality
We jumped up
is
a notch.
way up there.
Okay.
We really jumped up a notch as far as like a little play on.
Yeah.
So creepy. And we added in blasters.
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 Had to figure that one
Yeah.
out.
What'd you use? Was it a Nerf blaster?
There was no blaster that was painted.
Yara, he's after her. You
Added some
must
character
protect
design,
her.
too. So cool.
And
A little more story.
Yeah.
Look after him.
Names. We gave each other names. We got pauldrons.
Did you dub
Proper
over?
lightsabers.
Yep, proper lightsabers. That were actually
you-
CNC aluminum. Good
Yeah, we
job.
dubbed over a lot of the
Double-
audio.
okay.
Yeah.
Because the audio was garbage on set.
Right. Yeah. Everything's got to put a boom.
Yep, we do. But we needed another person to run
Yeah.
that.
Give up
There's
now.
Tom.
That was
And
actually
your
tough.
death will be quick.
Give up now.
That
Your
shot
death will
I was about
filming
to make you the same
filming
offer.
that against
Many
those
have tried
leaves
before
took
you,
me like a
Sid.
week.
The outcome will be the same.
We had an actual
Mandalorian though.
script.
Mandalorian.
Yeah.
We did it first.
We did it first.
Or they did it.
This was such a fun.
I love that sound. Such a Mandalorian sound. Man,
Oh,
these fights were tricky. Training everybody.
That was our attempt at a Bible.
Yeah, we
Well, I mean, you did.
we did all right for what it was. More of an electro blade than it was a Bible
Oh,
blade.
force lightning! What explosions in that 1 minute? Force lightning
We're like,
explosion.
so many effects I had no idea how to do, but we did them anyway.
Yeah, a shield.
We'll
being
do it in
hit
post.
by- there's no sparks when you actually hit a plastic thing against a plastic thing.
Yeah. Some of these choreography moves are pretty good for us.
Steam. So we bought some
Foolish
stuff.
Mandalorian. So be it. The line truly ends now.
Yeah, so there's some mythology that we're trying to create in this one as well. Yeah, so music, Dan did the music again. Did a great job.
I
I
found
didn't
some.
realize Mandalorians were keeping Jedi as pets.
Probably should have done some.
Yeah, we
Who's
had,
at the end of your leash? You're clearly no master.
we had some
I'm
kind
getting
of cheesy
angry.
lines, but hey,
Hey, Star Wars is a little cheesy, but
yeah,
it works.
Hey, it works. Acting is hard. I'll just say that. That's why we stick mostly to fighting. Oh, I
Ooh.
like that too.
Yeah, this took a long time to try and figure out.
Yeah.
how
Again, you can see the slant of the hill. We're going
Yeah.
up and down a slanted hill for
So
this whole fight.
filming it,
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't really look like it.
Yeah.
I mean, that
You don't realize.
yeah, running down the hill, trying to film it without hitting the hill with those trees,
Was
like the
ridiculously
sticks that were
hard.
sticking out, and rotoing. Every time you roto behind something.
Force put like air
Force
thing.
push,
That
yeah.
was.
No matter
So
what,
Sparks.
it ends here.
And you-
I don't. And again, I don't think anybody had done a shield and lightsaber combo like that I've seen online. So we were kind of ahead
So
of
the
the
shield is lightsaber proof. Your armor on your shoulder is lightsaber proof.
Beskar. Man.
Yeah,
Oh,
Beskar man.
He actually did that. That's a good stunt. Dustin's got the most stunts so far.
I did a ton in this
Yeah.
one. I rolled a lot
I rolled a lot.
and ran.
Also,
a
but
lot.
Dustin told me, he's like, hang back and help the old guy. Who has to come soon?
And it's a progression of the fight. If you
Yeah.
notice the fight,
He
it
doesn't
progresses a lot.
he doesn't have a
lot
saber
of
now.
moving parts.
So Tom right now is down for the count. Oh, but a little.
I like that kind of hand-to-hand combat. It adds in a little bit. And then we got the force scene, grabbing the saber.
Yeah.
This gets intense here too.
Again, this is filmed in the evening. Look how cold and everything is.
Yeah.
And then we ran out of time, so behind the scenes, it's the next day
It
now.
switches.
It's Saturday morning.
Kind of switches back and forth almost.
Kinda-
But the covering,
It's not awful.
And
I
we
tried to
matched.
color it, but it was just overblown. The footage is way too. We didn't have it exposed just right, but it still work.
Yeah. For sure.
Force dyad. A
Yeah,
dyad
well,
force link.
Sibling type force connection
Siblings.
there. That's what we were going for.
Ah.
Pan to the shield. At least I have something.
Yep. But
Dan's
Tom, everything.
Dan's about. Oh, and
Nice force
teamwork.
push.
Good slide. Dan gets my saber. We change. Everybody changes weapons. This
Yeah.
whole thing. It's crazy.
Under control, I see, Jorkan.
I didn't want to
This
deprive you of all the
Was filmed
Kaizen.
in June, and I'm wearing a leather jacket.
Yeah.
And Dustin's wearing
There is
thing
no
with
hope
long
for you
pants.
now.
It was 100
Foolish
degrees
Jedi.
almost all
I
these
will
days.
complete my mission.
Just like all the other films, though.
Weird drip.
Corruption. That's why we're sweating. It's a winter leather jacket. We're gonna start the film.
Yeah. That was so challenging choreography-wise.
We practiced this so much, and it worked.
It worked. We could have probably tightened it up a little bit more, but it was so tricky.
That's my favorite shot.
That lightning. Was, that one was worse. I feel so comfortable, so right at home with the shield.
Yeah, the
and
shield and the sword. Yeah, you gotta
That's
have to use
like-
that in the next one.
That's one of my ideas.
Force lightning, just like Emperor Palpatine. See you later. That shot took months.
Yeah, that took a
To
long
figure out.
time. It was 60 frames. We shot that one too.
Yeah, months to figure out how to get it to look right.
This
Don't
is where it
understand.
coming up.
I will make your deaths quick. My master will not.
His master will not. Gordon.
This scene right here. Superman.
Yeah.
So did they just did that in episode 9.
They did
Right.
though. They did that.
Yeah,
I mean, it
the
works.
Same
it's canon.
thing. All we need. Well, only thing we didn't
Force
show is
jump.
him jumping. So he's probably hanging out in the tree right
Right.
now.
He's just jumping.
That's how you
We
do
needed to
this.
see him.
Sick.
Ah, Taylor.
Yeah. My
Or
wife comes back.
Yara.
Yeah, Yara.
How's
What?
Sargo?
He's a Mandalorian.
Too stubborn to die.
We get a little cheesy here.
A
and there.
trait I am grateful for.
It's a good looking shot though.
It does. It looks good.
Yeah, it does.
And
A
technically,
baby.
my
It's
wife was
actually-
pregnant with our firstborn, and
actually
we
not-
literally wrote that into the
It's
into the
not
script.
too cheesy.
It's not too cheesy.
No.
It works.
Yeah.
Maybe it just feels more cheesy to us
Because you're in it,
because
yeah.
we're in it. It's hard to watch yourself a lot of the times
Yeah.
on screen.
You're like, oh god, that's what I look like.
Yeah.
We went back and forth. We needed to release the JJ cut, but we went
Right.
back and forth on how to.
Release the change.
Oh my God. Release the George-
Shut
there's-
up, man.
That's
George
supposed
Lucas
to
special
simulate
edition.
the bad guy
That's-
getting
yeah,
away.
and he
So
got,
he got
you can see
away
a
on his
trail,
ship.
The red
Yeah.
ship. Nice music too.
Yeah, it's
He
more
released it
dramatic.
nice.
The JJ cut and the Lucas cut. Just
Totally.
unnecessary special
Well, that
effects
we
added
didn't
in.
show the one.
Maybe I can jump on and grab it while the
Okay.
credits are rolling. You guys talk about the credits. Let's see if I can find that real
Okay.
quick.
Yeah.
Credits, here
Yeah.
they come.
If you have any questions
Directed
about that
by
film, let us
Dead
know.
Dan Hugging. Legally, I can't say his name.
Yeah, that one was super fun to
Yeah.
do. So challenging, man.
Yeah.
But you're right. Our video quality. I mean,
Oh, gosh,
we
yeah.
rented really
I
nice
was-
lenses and
yeah.
everything.
What'd you film it?
Dan, he filmed it on his DSLR. Same camera from the first two, but
Okay.
a really nice lens
Nice.
that we got. I mean, it's crazy how much of a difference that makes.
Rune.
But yeah, Baby Rune. Yeah, Yara Rune, and her
Yeah.
name in
the
the middle is Cara Dune.
Cara Dune.
Cara
Cara
Dune.
Dune, whatever.
And then Sargo, that was the name
Yes.
of
Sargon.
Yeah,
That was the planet.
that was the planet.
Yeah.
Sargon, Sargo is the name.
I think
Well,
they copied
I
you.
almost feel like
Yeah.
they did in some ways. It's
Right.
crazy how many things
gotta
we
wonder.
got. And we did this in 2016, so this is probably even. This
Right.
might have been the time they were developing.
They
it.
were, yeah, they would like watch these videos.
They
and were
probably
like,
did. I would think it's sweet if they
good
gave us
idea.
some credit for that. Yeah, we actually got permission.
Yeah.
I called in advance to get permission from the city, and the guy was like, "Oh yeah, it's a public space." I thought he was gonna make a big deal out of it. I was so nervous.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I failed you, Master. It won't happen again.
Ooh, the
Of
master.
that, I am certain.
Cut in half.
Yeah.
Cut in half saber that's brought back. And
And
it's got the
got a-
same like Kylo Ren type
Yeah,
look
it's
to
got
it
a
because it's all
unstable-
janky.
Unstable
Yeah.
crystal.
We wanted to set that up so
Again,
that
when did this
it-
one
it
come out? This one
links-
came out in
2017. We
17.
released it, yeah.
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 15, 16, 17. But we wanted to link the three films. All three of the films are in order, technically.
yeah.
We spent more than a year editing and
Yes.
rotoing
Dan
and
did.
special effects. So this is the only one where we had more than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
to do any post-production.
Right.
And it
And
shows
so-
in a lot of ways
and
because
it
we were able
shows,
to
yeah.
fine-tune a lot
Even
of
though I
stuff.
feel like some of the filming and some of the lines we wanted to reshoot, by the time a year and a half had gone by when we released it from when we filmed it, it had been a year and a half since
Yeah.
we filmed it. We wanted to go back and redo it and be like George Lucas, but
Yeah,
then we're
we
like,
wanted to
it would
change
never
things.
end. We could always go back.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But just the special effects we felt got better, so I knew how to shoot them better. So if we do Zarhimoto, if you want to fund the next one,
if you
can
want to
jump
donate,
the next one.
no,
Yeah.
just kidding. But we've talked about doing a fourth one to maybe finish up the series or something. Maybe
we're thinking
Yeah.
about doing another
Yeah.
one. We're thinking about it. So
Yeah.
we'll see. Maybe Nick will be in that one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't know. What am I gonna play?
I don't know. I just want to kill you off.
Okay. I'll be a stormtrooper.
I'm just
Gotta get a
Stormtrooper.
gotta get a
Yeah.
set of armor.
Yes, that'd be awesome. So that one too is our longest one, which took a long time to film.
Yeah.
There's so many people involved with that one.
Right.
I mean, so many. There was like 5 characters in the whole thing, but that was way more than the previous 2, where there was only 2 or 3 characters.
Yeah.
In the first 2, versus this one, there was 5.
Yeah.
And timing wise, you got to think about everything when you film these.
Yeah.
And it was really challenging to bring it all together. And obviously, and we all have like full-time jobs. We're all doing other things. So it sounds kind of lame when I'm talking about it.
We'll do other
We'll do
things.
the-
Well,
but it just adds to the reality. I mean, it's just the reality of it. It's a
Yeah.
lot of work, but it's a lot of. It's
Yeah.
very rewarding whenever you get to see the final product, and you're like,
Yeah.
"Dang, that's crazy!" That like
right.
some nobodies can make a
Yeah.
film
Right. We just
online.
we just challenged ourselves. We're like, it's just true. You're like, oh, that movie was awful. Well,
Right.
and they're like, what were they thinking
Do
when
it.
they made
You
that
do it
film?
better.
Right.
You watch a
Yeah.
movie and you're like, they were thinking that it was the best thing that they could possibly do at the time.
Right. Yeah.
They weren't sitting there like,
Yeah.
let's see how we can make this worse.
yeah.
In their
No.
heads, they're like, this is going to make it so awesome. And that's why
Well-
the film, the subjectivity of film, and some idea that you think is brilliant, when it comes across on screen, it just might not translate, and vice versa.
Right.
Yeah, and it gave us such a appreciation for filmmaking in general. You
Yeah.
know, because this is very small scale. You think about adding more people, just
Right.
gets even crazier. I mean,
Right.
granted, when you add like a huge budget, that
Right.
makes it a lot nicer
Huge
too.
Well, just
budget, yeah.
you can
it's
do it on a
cost-
budget.
Costuming, yeah, we did it on a budget. I mean, really,
Maybe we
did
can
the whole thing on a
maybe
budget.
we
and you
can
do
sit
it.
down in a video and do like a
Breakdown.
I thought
Cost.
like if you want to make a fan film, here's
How
some
much it
basics
costs,
that you
yeah.
can do for the
For
cheapest
Star
amount.
Wars.
You want to
Yeah.
make a fan film for $300? You can do it. We'll show you how.
Well,
Right.
and there's a lot of things you got to think about, and I
Yeah.
think we thought about a lot of different things. The location was huge. We wanted to make it look like Star Wars, especially if you're gonna make it in the Star Wars world. Like if you're just gonna make it in our world with lightsabers, that's another thing. And I think a lot of people do that, and that really works because then you can just focus on the choreography and the fight.
Right.
So that's the benefit of that. But then it kind of takes away a little bit, I think, of the mystique sometimes of the Star Wars. It depends on how it's done, of course.
Yeah.
But there's you got to think about that. If you want it to look Star Wars, the costumes, we tried to think of everything.
Yeah.
And all the post production, I'm like, how am I going to make an explosion happen and look real?
Wait,
How am I
this-
going to make lightning fly across the room and then bounce off of something and go over here?
Right.
How am I going to make the laser blast? I mean, we're like,
This
So that's
film
why it
was the
took so long.
definition of we'll do it in post,
Right.
which was a terrible idea.
Fix it in
thinking
post.
about it because we had no idea how to do any of these effects, and yet we shot all the scenes with those effects in mind.
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
Don't do
We're
that.
like, oh, this is
Don't do that.
this is the part where
Have a
you're shooting
plan.
force lightning.
Yes.
This is the part where you shoot your gun.
Yeah, figure
Just
out.
imagine there's an explosion happening right next to you.
Yeah,
Right.
do a
Sort of
trial of all these. Like, make sure you know how to shoot those and do the effects
Mhm.
before you actually shoot the film, so that you know that it's gonna work the right way. Because
Yeah.
looking at some of our films, the explosion worked, but we really had to like make it work.
Right.
And I think we would have filmed it differently if we.
Which
would
is
do it
why I
again.
appreciate so much watching all the Marvel
Yeah.
films, all the Star Wars films,
Oh yeah.
how they make that stuff happen.
Well, they have actual explosions too, so that helps.
Yeah, they do have physical
Yeah.
props, but it's
Right.
true. The more actual,
More
you can
practical.
do,
The more
The
practical, the better.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes
you can
sense.
actually have an explosion. Then your actor can respond to an explosion. You know?